So I'm stood on quite a large wave cut platform on a very beautiful beach in Western Australia. In front of me is a small headland, and we can see that it's formed an arch. So previously there must have been some kind of fault, a line of weakness, or some people use the term a joint in the rock that's been weakened by cavitation, hydraulic action, abrasion, creating a cave. And that has eroded through to the other side, creating an arch. And if we take a closer look, we can see that there's actually several small arches in amongst this, and over time this arch will get widened by further erosion. The top of the arch, the ceiling of it, will be eroded by corrosion, chemical weathering as well from the top, and eventually it will collapse, leaving a stack, and eventually that will shorten to what we can see out there, which is kind of the historic headland, and stumps will remain. How to draw headland features. So here is our headland, and we'll start off, because this is in chronological order, that our headland might have some kind of fault, or we could call it a weakness. So that's some kind of crack in the rock. This is the sea here. Okay? So due to waves hitting this with hydraulic action, with cavitation, if we're studying A level, maybe a little bit of abrasion or corrosion, that could get bigger until eventually we get something like this. So this would be a cave. And under specific circumstances, if that gets widened, again with further wave action and specifically corrosion as well at the top, we will get something like this, an arch. And I've purposely not coloured it in or shaded it in, because that goes from one side of the headland to the other. So again, erosional processes, the top of the arch, the ceiling of it is eroded because of spray. The seawater spraying up onto the top, causing corrosion. From the top we might get weathering. That could be chemical, it could be biological, it could be physical weathering, but for example it could be especially seabirds and their guano, their poo, being corrosive, until eventually the next step is this would collapse, leaving a stack. So often off headlands we'll have a stack. I've forgotten to label this as well. This is an arch. Then often further out to sea there will be a stump. This is an old stack that's been there for much longer, and it has weathered because it originally would look like this. And if we go even further back in time, our original headland would look something like that. And that's how simple it is to draw headland features.